is Mike Woodard, and I am a global learning leader for GE. I've been in the corporate learning and development space for 20 years, and as I always like to say, I sell learning to senior executives. And where the conversation really gets interesting is when we pause for a minute and I ask, what do you know about what I do for a living and how you measure adult learning? And 99.99% of them will say, I know nothing about what you do for a living, and I sure as hell know nothing about how you measure adult learning. And I'll give you a really quick little story of what happened recently. I was asked to join a division and was asked to come in and sit with the senior executive because he was getting his own new learning leader and he wanted to meet him. And I asked Joe, I said, what do you know about what I do for a living? And what do you know about how we measure adult learning? Because that is a paramount conversation, I believe, as the head of L&D, that you need to have with a senior executive. Are we going to teach them instructional design, needs analysis, performance consulting, measurement and evaluation? Hell no. And do they need to know enough to have a cocktail conversation? Yes. So we get down to measurement and evaluation. I have a very simple job aid that I created years ago off the Kirkpatrick model. Donna Kirkpatrick. Here are the 4 levels and here are the instruments. And I'm walking through it with him and I pause for a minute. And he's tapping on it. And I will never forget this. He's tapping on it. And he looks up and says, I just spent, not invested, I just spent $350,000 on a training program. And not one person talked about how we were going to measure the effectiveness of it. And I bowed my head in shame for our profession. And I looked up and I said, Joe, on behalf of my profession, I apologize. And now you've got a tool that clearly lays out what are the levels and what are the instruments or the tools that we use to measure adult learning. And he's like, this is for me? And I'm like, yep, it's for you. You can keep that job aid. And I think it's indicative on us as leaders, and I know you know it, to educate the senior executives of the organization so that they can ask the questions so that we can keep the seat at the table.
Give me a hand for that. This is good.